Hi, this is Dr. Nikki, and I'm here today to talk with you about Math Workshop in Action. We are on Chapter 9, Balanced Assessment. And in this chapter, I really try to just kind of unpack some of the assessment stuff because I don't think we do that good of a job in it in math as well as we do in literacy. So I talk about a little bit about the theory of slips and bugs, which is Ginsburg's theory. A lot of people write about it, though. Some people write about like buggy algorithms, and these are the things that kids have trouble with and struggle with. And so how do we talk about those openly in classrooms on an ongoing basis so kids are aware of them? I talk about 5 strategies for assessment using the Black and Williams work. I talk about benchmark assessments because I think those are really super important to do, at least in the beginning, the middle, and the end of the year. So I lay out some stuff for that. I talk about math artifact sheets that you're collecting in your math workstations and in your guided math groups. I talk about quick checks and self-assessments. There's actually quite a bit on self-assessments because I think that is a part we don't talk about so much in math, but we really need to take on that conversation about self-assessing. And then I talk about peer assessments because I think that's really important as well, that children know how to follow the thinking of others, read and write and speak and listen to the thinking of others. And so there's some stuff in there about that. And then I talk about class assessments, the quizzes and the class tests, and also a little bit about word problem work and how to assess that, and fluency quizzes. I give lots of examples of that kind of stuff. And one final thing, I talk a lot about vocabulary work because we don't usually assess vocabulary, but math is a language, and you know what? If the kids don't know the words, they can't speak it. So I talk about how to assess vocabulary. And then finally, I talk about face-to-face assessments. So there's a lot of stuff around interviews and conferences with kids, super important stuff. So that chapter is on balanced assessment, and it is one of the linchpins of a math workshop because you're always assessing so that the data is driving what you do. You want data-driven instruction, and the way to do that is to have balanced assessment. Happy mathing.